In. Hello, I'm here again. Another round of Sherlock Holmes versus Arséne Lupin, aka Sherlock Holmes' Nemesis. We were at the Tower of London, if I recall. Yes, indeed. Or the in-game facsimile thereof. Let's
I must
walk
await the guard's
forward.
return. I'm the detective, not the robber.
Okay. I'm supposed to talk to you.
It must be done quickly, Holmes.
Well, I would like to do it quickly, but we have to wait for this guard for some reason. Am I looking for clues out here? We have scrawlings on the wall. Okay. Chester. C. Waddle. Andrew Penton, Burton, Fenton, or Furton. Not Kent. Surely one of these is somehow relevant. Orphans. Honor. Alright. I see names. None of them seem relevant. Alright then.
Good evening, gentlemen. I am Smith.
We had to waste
the
time
Chief
looking at
Warder.
graffiti.
Pardon me, but did you tell the guard that you are Sherlock Holmes?
Indeed, I am Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson.
Incredible, Mr. Holmes. What a strange coincidence that.
It is not a matter of coincidence in this case. I am here because something that you hold within these walls has disappeared. I was hoping to arrive in time to prevent this from happening, but I fear we are too late.
Are there 6?
Watson, I am certain that the Chief Warder will answer all of our questions as he brings us to the scene of the crime.
I will indeed. If you would come this way.
Okay. We are indeed coming exactly that way because we are all using the same walk
Thank you for your
animation.
discretion, Mr. Holmes. If word got out, the consequences would be disastrous. On that note, I would like to know who warned you. Apart from the Raven Master, I thought no one else knew.
Based on what you've told me, you should have assumed that someone else was fully informed of the situation. The same person who warned me. The very person who stole the ravens.
I beg your pardon?
It's much too long a story to relate, and time is not on our side. The basic facts of the matter are as follows. The man who stole the ravens has contemplated more than just your embarrassment. Your ravens will most certainly not be recaptured, not tonight, nor tomorrow. We must act accordingly. We'll claim that the birds are under quarantine for health reasons. You and the Raven Master must also confine yourselves and not talk to anyone, but continue your business as if nothing happened. Now, tell me what happened.
Apparently we are insisting on a bird cover-up for some reason.
It's very simple. An hour ago at most, at nightfall, the Raven Master found me at my desk. He was quite agitated. The ravens had disappeared. As he was attempting to catch the last of the ravens to return it to the cage for the night, the black silhouette which he was chasing flew off. The ravens normally have their wings clipped. This bird then began to sing a little jingle, then flew swiftly away towards one of the buildings. The Raven Master then did a tour of the fortress and noticed that the ravens had disappeared and were replaced. Incredible!
And where is the Raven Master?
He is confined to his bed at present, and I am quite concerned due to his age. Mr. Holmes, we can't keep this matter secret forever. The ravens must be returned as soon as possible.
Indeed, there is a chance, as the thief certainly left some clues behind, quite possibly voluntarily. Without sounding vain, I do believe I am the only one who is capable of taking advantage of them. Where are the ravens normally during the day?
In the field facing the entrance to the White Tower. You can get there through this door. I was just there and noticed this black envelope on the ground. I haven't opened it yet.
Give it to me.
6 have flown, now the 6 are back. Look on each one again and again. Where will be Lupin's next attack? The 6 reunited shall form a clutching.
Do you have a lantern you could lend us?
Yes, I can give you mine. Here. I can also give you a map of the site. I'm sure you will find it handy.
Indeed. I'm already starting to feel disoriented here.
You know,
I will inform the service personnel that your presence here is authorized and that they are to assist you in any way possible. I will try to join you later. However, I must also prepare for the ceremony of the keys.
Watson, the game is afoot again.
What are we to do, Holmes?
Chase 6 birds, Watson.
Chase? There must be a shotgun or two here, Holmes. Why can't we mix business with pleasure for once?
One missed shot, and the bird flies off and never returns, taking England's dignity with it. Can you handle that kind of pressure, Watson?
Well?
Exactly, Watson. Now, let's listen to their calls and find whence they originate.
okay. You'd think, with all of the problems that Sherlock Holmes constantly has with wandering around in the dark, that he would carry a lantern or some other light source around with him. Evidently, that is not the case. What are you sneaking up behind me for, Watson? What do you have planned? On to you. I guess we'll head this way. If I were a bird, I'd want to hang out on this cannon. Wait, can I go up here? I can. I can, so I shall. For birds, they can fly. I can't go in here, though. Nope. They allowed me to come up on the ramparts, but not to actually do anything useful. Nope. Oh, there's a leaf. I saw a bird down there for a second. Birds. 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 All I hear is the chirping of the crickets. I can go back there. At this point, I would just like to know precisely what I am looking or listening for, because I hear nothing. Chirping crickets. Crickets? Or are they... Oh, what's that? Map at the top. Oh, I've discovered a new location. Roman numeral. Another canon. A red door. Alright, apparently we just need to go into the town. Well, actually, hold on, let me check back here. I'm listening. I thought that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Isn't that what they said? Listen to them? That'll certainly keep a bird out. We're definitely well contained. And then we got another map location. What are the favorites? Am I just wasting my time? Oh no, there's more leaves. Am I wasting my time here? Is this Chapel Royal of St. Peter ad Vincula? Okay, Vincula, no. Vincula. Dracula's lesser-known younger brother, Vincula. I hear nothing.
Do you hear it, Holmes?
Oh.
A strange call, like a series of cracks alternating with smooth notes. The cries seem to be coming from the shrubs.
If I get too close, is it going to scare them off?
Evening, governors. You the investigator Chief told us about? He told me to go round and spot you, but see, I was out of shag, and with it being a shilling a pack and all, there was no reason to inform Scotland Yard.
Okay.
What happened to your pack of tobacco?
Heading back to the barracks, it fell down, didn't it? I shone me lantern down on it, and this black thing swooped out the shrubs and nicked it. Since then, it won't stop its chattering.
Fancy that. What did the pack look like?
Oh, 'twas a bright blue pack. An anchor on the front too. I won't be giving you a reward for its return though, eh? Just so's we're clear.
I don't expect to find it, my friend. Good night.
That's that then. Good night.
Early Frogwares games. Everyone in London is a cotton geezer.
What singular tracks these are. I'd like to know which bird it is. I have to attract it.
Does that tell you anything, Holmes?
What singular tracks these are. I'd like to know which bird it is. I have to attract it.
Does that tell you anything, Holmes?
Looking for other clues. Alright, apparently that's the only clue I'm looking for. Okay. How do I attract it? I know you're in here, bird. You can't hide from me. And just so we're clear, I do find it an acceptable outcome to set these bushes on fire. Burn them down to find you. Got a couple of hands over there. Let's walk towards... Oh, I got a hand here. Why didn't that come up when I did it before? Am I supposed to go in there? No. That's it. No.
Closed.
Okay. I assume we're coming back here and that they don't just have random doors that I can enter for literally no reason. A footprint.
Hold on. The most recent footprints on the ground correspond exactly with those that I found in the National Gallery, in the soil from the pot. Those of Lupin.
You know that he is smart enough that he must know he's leaving these footprints with a distinctive shoe. You must know this. Great. I love this game. This mini game here, this measuring mini game. It's just like it was in the other games. It's so awesome. And they accompany it with this lyrical lark singing that's just so relaxing. Oh, for God's sake. There is one footprint. I have to measure it. This is so annoying. Is it me? Am I doing something wrong? It seems like no matter where I place the tape, it's the same problem. God, nails on a chalkboard. Literally. I'm also noticing that the heel on this particular print is scuffed, so... Just work, just work, just work, just work, just work. Here, I'm going to go from all the way over here to all the way over here. Okay, I'm going to go from the very tip of the boot. Okay, we'll go a little bit higher. 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 Absolute madness. This is madness. At least the one game, which one was it? Which one was it? It was the one before Baskervilles. At least that one allowed you to skip challenges if you were really having trouble with them. Can't even do that with this. I've only had to hear this damn audio clip 1,000 times now, so... It's getting better. Every time I hear it, it becomes less annoying. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Hold on. The most recent footprints on the ground correspond exactly. Hold on. The most recent. Hold on. The most recent. Hold on. The most recent.
All right. If we hold, do we have to hold it like perfectly? Is it not about the tape placement as much as it is about the angle of the tape, perhaps? Like, do I have to get it? Well, first of all, do I have to get it perfectly down the center and perfectly parallel to the shoe print, like so? Okay. Alright, perfectly down the center. Or is it where the tape ends? Do I have to end at the right spot too? Is it not just about where it starts? It seems like it should be just about where it starts because that's the important
These
part.
footprints are size 9.
Holy shit, is that it? Have I been doing it? Is that why I've been having so much trouble? Is it about where the tape ends as well as where it begins? Because that doesn't make any sense. Like,
These footprints are size 9.
well, now I'm getting it every time. Anyway, if the back of the tape is back here, I can still see the reading. It shouldn't have to be. Okay.
Ah, I was looking all over for you. Have you found anything that will put you on the trail of the missing ravens?
We are making progress. Tell me, what is behind this door?
It's the storeroom.
Do you have the key for this door?
I can open it, but you won't get far. A grill is blocking the entrance, and Pitt, our cook, thought it would be a good idea to put on a combination lock.
Can you find the cook?
It's just that tonight is his night off. He could be in one of countless pubs in London, and he won't be back until tomorrow, just in time to prepare our tea.
That's unfortunate. Do you have the code for the lock?
No, having nothing to do in this area, I do not know the code.
Obviously, no chance.
Wait, I seem to remember that the code to open the lock has something to do with one of his ancestors. Listen, I can give you the key to his apartment. It's just to the right of the storeroom. If you find something, it will save time. I'll explain it when he gets back.
I thank you for your cooperation, Mr. Smith. I will return everything to its proper place.
Okay, so I want to see the grill first.
This may prove to be useful.
Wood.
A few drops of red wax. They are from the jars of tomatoes.
Look, Holmes, jars of tomatoes from Italy. They must be delicious.
That was awful dramatic music for tomatoes.
This may prove to be useful. A few drops of red wax. They are from the jars of tomatoes. Nice faience plate.
Yes.
All of these products are stamped with the royal coat of arms.
Oh, red
All of
wax.
these products are stamped with the royal coat of arms.
Gotcha.
All of these products are stamped with the royal coat of arms.
Here, the grill, there, the combination.
Closed. This door is locked, and
Oh,
unlike Lupin,
jeez,
I am not a
7-digit
master lockpick.
combination. 7 digits. 7 digits in the late 19th century? It must be a phone number.
All of these products are stamped with the royal coat of arms.
Alright, we now have the key to his apartment. Watson, let's go rifle through his underthings.
Closed.
I thought I had the key.
Closed.
I need to do this stupid item thing. Oh, I sure do. Thursday, ham, omelet, radish, and pudding. Friday, bacon and tomato pie, a new recipe that I hope they will like, and rum cake. Baked potatoes, braised duck, and blueberry pie. That seems like a thing. Yes, I saw the other note. I'll get back to it in just a moment. It has to do with his ancestors, so it's probably a picture, but let's read his private correspondence because we're here. My dearest darling, it's been a long time since I've written with news, but I've been very tired for the last while, and I haven't had the energy to get up even just to jot a note. And you know how Mary writes. I didn't dare ask her to take my dictation, as it would take me 3 days to correct her errors, and I'd end up spending my pension on blotting paper. She is just the same, a sweet girl, and not a thief like the one before. I'm happy to hear how work is going. Blah, 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 so much. Right. None of it, skimming it, seems
This
right.
letter is very interesting. It's a shame the envelope is missing.
All right. Miss McAdams, her 2 children, Mr. McAdams, Mrs. Pitt, and her 4 grandchildren. Recent photo of Pitt the cook's family. Okay, so apparently this is relevant then. It's the only thing that contains information. Okay, Jesus Christ. Do I have to read this fucking rambling note here? To discern what ages? How many are there? Hold on. Miss McAdams. Her 2 children. Wait. Her 2 children. Four grandchildren. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dog. Miss McAdams. 2 children. Her 2 children. Mr. McAdams. He looks way too young to be. Mrs. Pitt. All right. Let's say it doesn't matter who exactly people are. I just want to account for everybody. Let's say Miss McAdams, Mr. McAdams. Oh, wait, no. Mrs. McAdams, her 2 children. Okay. Mr. McAdams. Mrs. Pitt, her 4. So who are these 2 people? Gran Nudra. All right, finally. Read the stupid letter. She is just the same, a sweet girl and not a thief like the one before. I'm happy to hear how work is going for you. The whole family is bursting with pride that one of our families in the service of the Queen, our poor widow of Windsor. I was speaking the other day with Miss Nesbit, whose son didn't rise above raising pigs. The old lady thinks of nothing but him and his trade and is always trying to convince me to buy some ham, lard, and what have you whenever she visits. I said to her, you listen, Miss Nesbit, if you're here just to nauseate me with these greasy references to your son's sad toiling, you might as well stay home. Jesus, what a bitch. She reeks of manure almost as much as the pigs themselves. My God, who the fuck do you think you are? She's awful fucking hoity-toity. Just because what? Her grandson is in service of the Queen? He fucking cooks pig. It's just as greasy as you. Oh, what? She is so full of herself. But no, she's proud to raise pigs, even though her grandfather was the Duke himself's master of the hunt. Talk about a social climber. Ha! Not like you, my dear. When I think of you as cook in the Tower of London with regal chambers, to be sure, regal chambers. When years ago our family had their feet in chains, there they were, stood up all night and all day waiting at the postern, told me that you had found a trace of your ancestor's arrival as well as the precise date that he was standing there, so many years ago. It's good of you to honor his memory and forgive him for no matter what his faults were. It's thanks to him that we have gotten through the trials of time. Take care of yourself. Alright, so we're looking for a date. I already knew that because it was 7 digits, but now we know where it is. Wow. Grand Mudra is just
McAdams family. I've seen that name somewhere.
full of herself. Yes, Regal Chambers. Regal, he's so much better than a Granger. Oh dear. Not Grangers, there wouldn't be pigs for him to serve the... What? Hello? I am trapped. The door glitched and I'm trapped. Hello? Okay. Is this room? That's the cook. That's the cook himself. Please open. I'm gonna have to save and reload. Hopefully I have the same progress. Load that, so yes. They tried to outsmart me with a glitchy door, Watson, but I'm on to them. I'm on to them and their games. The pinging in this game is somewhat off. What? You tried to trap me against the door, or the wall, rather. You're with them, aren't you? Anyway, the pinging seems to, like, be odd, because sometimes the icons don't show up. See, like, I was just hitting it, it didn't work, I turned around, and now I can...
Closed.
Ping these. Inventory. It's open. Barracks for the guards. Bluebird of Paradise. This fowl from Oceania uses a unique technique and construct a little grass twig cabins, decorate with flowers and rocks, looking until their adornments are a dazzling blue color. Partridge, rock partridge. Ah. I mean, these look like the tracks. These do not.
This may prove to be useful.
May indeed.
Interesting. A camera with a magnesium flash.
What's that doing in here?
A dirty sock. Rather unsavory.
A sock that was left behind. What scandal! One of the guards deserves a punishment.
We have
Wow.
more important things to deal with, Watson.
No kidding, Watson. What the fuck is wrong with you? Not so quick to just start handing out punishments.
It must be done quickly, Holmes.
Oh, I'm talking in through the door. Of course I'm. Oh, it's another glitchy door. Awesome! Oh, now we're all the way over here. Okay. Well, we could go down and through. But we have the book, and now I can see that the spyglass icon has changed to a hand icon, so... We have a blue sock, and we believe that it's a bluebird of paradise. So.
You hear it, Holmes?
A strange call.
No.
Like a series of...
Alright, so I probably need to take the sock.
No, I don't have enough items to attract this bird.
Will you ever explain it to me, Holmes?
If you had read the reference work on birds carefully, you would know that we are dealing with a bluebird of paradise, my dear Watson.
It seems so simple, Holmes.
I need something else as well. Okay. I think I've seen all of those to see over. So we'll go back and this other area. Walking on the grass.
The famous White Tower.
Okay. Ooh, what have we here?
Seed husks, it would appear. Lupin must have lured the ravens and then caught them one after the other.
Alright.
I hear a bird, Holmes.
You are right, Watson. Come, we'll have to climb to the wall walk.
You heard something. That was definitely not a... yeah.
I
Okay.
hear a bird,
Okay.
Holmes.
You are right, Watson.
All right.
Come,
Come on. I don't need to hear it again. Kind of want to go down. I want to go down first. Let me see what's over here. Okay, it's just a void. It's a dead end.
Do you hear it, Holmes?
I hear a strange screech behind this door, but the sound is weak. This door is securely closed. Perhaps Smith could open it. Watson, could you fetch him?
Understood, Holmes.
Was that just the door textures didn't load, or...?
There, look, it's here. We can hear a strange noise from behind this door, but it's locked.
Ah, this door.
Yeah,
Can you open it?
Certainly.
this door.
To be honest, I was scared you'd bring me here. It's one of the oldest rooms in the fortress. Possibly dates back to before the official construction, because, as you know, Roman ruins were originally on this spot. It's a sinister spot in which we made some gruesome discoveries. We would have preferred to condemn it. The men were scared half to death.
Gruesome discoveries?
Oh, okay. Okay, so we have coats of arms here. These are definitely not Roman, but alright. And what's this say?
It appears to be Latin, Watson. The inscription is almost completely worn off. Hanging above is a shield that we can't identify. The screeches are coming from this crack and seem to echo. Without a doubt, there is a room behind this wall, but there is no visible entrance.
The corner of this stone was a bit broken, and we tried to enlarge it with a pick. However, the stone is too hard, and having seen what was underground, we didn't want to pursue the endeavour. Who knows what is hidden behind the wall?
Right. Okay. Well, there's a skeleton.
These bones are centuries old. These bones are centuries old.
Okay.
The nooks under the shields are riddled with holes and grooves, which seem to have been created on purpose. These heraldic shields are almost completely obliterated. Watson, the symbols on the heraldic shields and this Latin inscription may permit us to get through to the other side of the wall. I must try to find something to bring out the contrasts.
Understood, Holmes.
Understood. So you do nothing while I do something. Alright, if these are supposed to be Roman, they're definitely... It seems like that's what they're trying to imply. But... Alright, I think we need to come back when we have something else. I think we're missing something here. Or do I have anything? Canvas bag and string. I don't know what those are. Oh, you can just mouse wheel in order to get things. Alright, let's go back up to that weird sounding bird. Jewels.
Closed.
And
I believe a bird on the roof was speaking, but I don't understand what it said. I must find a way to approach it. I believe a bird on the roof was speaking, but...
Okay. Nothing. Can I combine these two? Then I guess... Yeah, Jesus. Okay.
I believe a bird on the
Okay.
roofs.
I'm guessing I don't have what I need for this time. So I guess let's just go somewhere else. We have a lot of ground to cover. Enough. Enough.
A bird is hiding in one of the trees. Its song is quite lovely. This bird is apprehensive. I mustn't get too close, otherwise I run the risk of it flying off and never returning. I'd like to know which bird it is. I have to attract it.
Only not to get too close and then places a clue that I need right now.
This feather was dyed black.
Dyed black? I'm not going to say anything about the bones just lying on the path. Okay. How would I? Alright, I guess we're going to head in. Definitely saw a hand icon there. Alright, I keep getting these. Okay.
Closed.
Okay. Then never mind. I kind of feel like we've walked around all over. Maybe we are missing something. Where's the plasma? Posturing. Okay, so where's that? So we haven't seen it so far. It's weird. The pinging now it just wakes up. This game might be very buggy. Okay, so squeeze in here. Ooh, I can. No one will ever find me here. The great Sherlock Holmes disappears. Oh. Who's that? Someone over there, apparently. Yeah, there is more places. I haven't yet checked the outer Bailey. Could do that. Oh, there is something out there. I was going to say, it doesn't really seem to be much of interest out there, but then I see that there is something I can interact with, so let's do that, I guess. I saw something weird. Weapons room. Ooh. Everything else is locked. The weapons room, wide open. Okay.
This collection of weapons is impressive.
Sure is.
A box of munitions, empty. This collection of weapons is impressive.
Yes, it is. It's amazing the variance in pole arms, you know? Whenever you look at catalogs of polearm weapons, even across different time periods and countries of origin, you know, the variations on long, sharp stick throughout history are just fascinating. There's so many different types, different purposes, although they all kind of have the same basic purpose, right? They're all just long, pointy stick. You know, they all, I mean, technically all do slightly different things, you know, the spear and then just a simple hook on the end for dragging riders down off of their horses, to larger, broader blades that can be used as long pole axes in addition to spears and hooks and giant hammers and just big fucking blades, just huge axes on the end of spears. I don't know. Interesting to me.
This may prove to be useful.
You know, like how sophisticated can a pointy stick get, kind of a thing. Of course, each of these, if they represent a different innovation, you know, we can't forget that, you know, not all innovations are necessarily improvements on the original, right? Sometimes, you know, they're just extra shit you don't
Magnificent
need.
articulated armor. All of the pieces are detachable, even the greaves.
I certainly hope so. What are you going to do, slip them on like a pair of pants?
Magnificent articulated armor. All of the pieces are detachable, even the
Why
greaves.
have two separate things if you're going to just say the same thing? Why not just have them both be green? Kind of the same thing for swords too, right? There's so many different types of swords. Of course, I think swords have less... I mean, there's a lot of different types. They technically have different purposes as well, but for some reason, the evolution of swords is less dramatic and interesting to me than that of pole arms. You know, because, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, the differences in swords is more down to the technique. With polearms is almost always largely the same, you know, whereas a different shaped sword, a different balanced sword leads to a dramatically different technique. I don't know, maybe I'm just, I mean, I'm not a medieval weapons expert, although I do occasionally see a Scalagrim video come up in my feed. I don't really know what I'm talking about. I'm
This
just interested
part
in
is
it.
dedicated to medieval hunting. This part is dedicated to medieval hunting.
Got some falconer's gear and some trapping gear and some calls.
If I want to attract a bird with this call, I must know which bird to call. It could be that none of the calls will correspond.
Okay. Well, we saw a wood partridge. Or was it a woodcock?
Impossible. I can only take one. I must choose well.
Okay, fine. Let's see why, but alright. No, it's this one. Alright. Bluebird of Paradise and a rock partridge. That's what it is. Which I don't see. Can I try them out to see if I recognize the, you know, the call? Yeah, because I've already heard several of them. I guarantee if one of them went, no, I would definitely know it. Okay, well, it was, the feather we got was colored black, so it's not the blackbird. Not a black skylark. What else? I can only assume we don't have enough information right now, because that's only two birds and I don't have any idea. So I guess we'll come back. Coats of arms. Is that supposed to be relevant to that puzzle down there? Let's make a mental note of this. Gold shield and a gold shield. Triple crown. White lion. Chess pieces on a red background. We have the French. And what is this? French and something and four squares. Okay.
This space is dedicated to the Navy.
All
A
right.
small Navy cannon in perfect condition. This net has a large mesh. We'll find out later if
And,
this may prove to be useful.
alright. Spyglass. Over here. Okay, did I miss anything? Okay. Can I go through here?
Closed.
No. Why are the door textures not loading? They're just black voids. So weird. This game is so buggy. And why is it so buggy? It's been out for 15 years. We got nothing down here. No. Why would you have a gate, a large gate, that leads directly to tiny stairs? You're not bringing anything through the gate and then up these stairs. It's supposed to be a sluice. Another black void. Is there anything inside here? It would be nice if they would just tell me if there's anything else, but I'm pinging and I see nothing. I can go up there. I just don't see a reason to. Random wagon abandoned here. Alright, can I use the spyglass on the two birds that I know? To get a better look at them or something? Where'd that bird go? There it is. Oh. Oh, this switched. What?
This bird is black like a raven, but its morphology is completely different. What type of bird is it then? This bird is black like a raven.
Well, we already know it's been dyed. Do I have to go back up there just to look at it? Why would I have to go up there to look at it with a spy? I am going to kill the bird.
I believe a bird on the roof was speaking, but I don't understand what it said. I must find a way to approach it.
Why does it do this when I enter the telescope?
I believe a bird on the roof was speaking, but I don't know.
Alright, I have two birds. But I don't know what they are. I know where this one is. The one up in the tree looks like this. But if I go back to the weapons room, there is no rock partridge. There's a wood partridge and a woodcock. Which I believe these two are related. I could be wrong about that. Oh, there's also a partridge over here. Does it say... Okay, I'm actually going to read the thing. A cousin to the red-legged partridge from Corsica. Okay. Female wood partridge from Sardinia. To do this intensive hunting. Oh, okay. This remarkable bird has been detected in the various New York interest confirmed that only a dozen specimens. If the fall in the numbers of these is due to intensive hunting in Sardinia. Okay. So, the bird itself is Sardinian. It's a rock partridge, not a wood partridge, but it must be that one. It's the same place, same species. So...
It's definitely a partridge. Catch it now.
Tweet, 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 tweet.
The message written on this paper is illegible.
Okay. Don't know what to do about that one. That one over there, we have a sock, but we also need something else. Okay. Now what? So what else do I need? Let's see, the textures aren't loading on the banner even. Just a black void banner. I think this is supposed to be useful. Maybe it isn't. Gonna go up the ladder. Did I go the other way? This is where I came in. Up in there. And there's the weapons room. Okay, so that's pretty much everything. I think we've been around just about everywhere. There's nothing new to uncover. I think maybe I use the canvas bag here to trap the bird. Let's try that. No. The rope? No. Okay. Do I need a bird call? Do I? No, I didn't see a blue. Alright, and I forgot, we're also still looking for the postern.
Nice faience plate.
Oh. Couldn't pick it up before, but that is also blue, I guess. Is that what I'm missing? Right here.
No, I don't have enough items to attract this bird.
Okay, I think I have to get in here. I don't see any, but I know I'm probably looking for bird feed. That's what Lupin used to attract them to begin with, so I can assume that that's what I need. Probably just up there.
Closed. This door is locked, and unlike Lupin...
It's weird, because he's been able to pick locks in previous games, but apparently now he's suddenly forgotten how to pick locks. There's 2 items in there that I think one of them must be nuts or seeds or something. So I guess right now I'm behind the clue for the postern.
Closed.
Oh, wait, I always could go in the dormitory. Could be in the lot of this. Nothing in here. I haven't missed anything here. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, so if you don't know, a postern in fortification, such as this, is a secondary, usually obscured entrance. We've been around all over the place, and have gone into various different alcoves. We have not seen it, or if we have not identified it. I'm jamming on the spacebar here, which is our ping button in this game. And no, I've seen nothing come up. Question is, just because I know what it is, would I know it if I see it? Answer is definitely no. And I don't trust the ping button, so I'm like now at a point where I'm looking at everything. It's a new location. What was that location? Hospital block. Okay, apparently there may be something over here. Okay, I can't actually get in there. Alright, so it is a location that I can't seem to use. I definitely went by the red door before. Definitely came back over here. I haven't gone up here, but there seems very little reason to do that. That is the weapons room.
Closed.
That's still closed. Anything under here? Alright. There's still 2 birds here. I think that one, we need bird seed. We might need bird seed for both of these, because this is where the, wherever it went, the clue. There it is. I think if we maybe get bird seed, we can put it there, maybe call them back down. Got an empty munitions. Oh, this is also blue. Maybe this is what we're missing for the blue bird. Okay, and then so we just need, I think, seed for the other one.
I need something.
Canvas bag.
The message written on this paper is illegible.
Alright, we're just going to leave these blue things on the ground then. Okay. So, for the next one, we still need to get into the storeroom, which means we still need to find the postern. Which means I'm still wandering around in these weird areas. Alright. I don't know. I must have missed something in the storeroom. I'm jamming on this frickin' ping button so hard. Oh my god.
Sunflower seeds. They are a delicacy to certain birds.
Oh, that makes me very angry. I think I have to go up. No, this door. No, this door texture is missing. Enough! Oh my god, this fucking bird.
I believe a bird on the roof was speaking. I believe a bird on the roof was speaking, but I don't understand.
What's my name? What's my name? What's my name? What's my name?
He keeps asking what his name is. This bird seems to be remarkably well trained. How can I find your name?
Beautiful but impish. You search for her name.
Riddle?
Long ago, on you she played a trick. Or was it your heart that she did prick? German bird or eagle? They're one and the same.
Beautiful but impish, you search for her name. Long ago on you she played a trick. Was it your heart that she did prick? German bird or eagle, they're one and the same. German bird or eagle. I think is bird, German bird. I mean, Germany has used the eagle as a symbol. There's one particular version of which is obviously very famous because of its use in Nazi iconography, which is a takeoff of the eagle standard that the Romans used. The Roman word for eagle is aquila. I think the German word for eagle is Engel. Or is it? Wait. No, that's owl is oil. It's not. All I can think of when with the riddle, the way it's presented, it says German eagle, and all I keep thinking of is the symbol for the what is it, Reichstadler? But that's not her name. Her name is not Reichstadler. Reichstadler. Okay. The German imperial eagle, the Reichstadler, was used as a heraldic emblem for Charlemagne, Holy Roman Emperor. That's the connection. Wait, why am I connecting it back to Roman? Because the Roman wall, but the riddle doesn't say anything about Rome. It just says German bird or eagle. They're one and the same. So I'm focusing a lot on the German bird part that says German bird or eagle. So it's the German bird they're referring to is not an eagle, or it is, or it's one and the same. Am I psyching myself out on this stupid fucking riddle? Alright, get off the eagle. We're running around chasing our tail on it. Beautiful but impish, you search for her name. What is beautiful and impish? Beautiful but impish. Beautiful but impish. Let me search for her name. Oh, wait, hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. German word for eagle. Reichsadler. Reichsadler. Adler. Oil is owl. Adler is eagle. They're one and the same. German bird. The German word for eagle is Adler. So, beautiful but impish. German bird. Adler. Irene Adler. Why would the bird be named Irene Adler, though? That doesn't make any sense.
Elementary.
That was
The
stupid.
message written on this paper is illegible.
That was a stupid answer to that riddle. Why would the bird be named after a character from Sherlock Holmes? One, two, three. That's all the birds I found. How many are there? Supposed to be 6. I got coal. Got a bunch of notes. I still have string. Oh, right. The storeroom. We still have to get into that. And then there's the thing in the dungeon area or whatever. Just because I was able to figure out that riddle doesn't mean that it's okay. I'm very not okay with that. Alright. I think I also just realized where this is the postern is. Because at the beginning I was examining graffiti. And we were getting at the postern. Yeah, I think that the trace that he found might have been graffiti, because some of those dates were quite old. Some of them were fairly contemporary with, I think, I'll just teleport those things. Contemporary with the game, but not all of them. Like, for example, this guy right here is 1875 and 1893. Those are pretty. 1843. Those are pretty contemporary with the game. I mean, decades, but you know, in order decades. But some of these. 1772, 1759, those are quite old by this point. Here's 1632, 17. This one is 253? Really? Seems unlikely. But the name, is it Pitts? Elms, 1802, 1802, 17, Waddle. Is there more graffiti on the other side or something? None of these seem right. Oh wait, there's McAdams right there. 1632. So 21/8/1632. Why am I running you?
Closed. This door is locked and
21st. Oops, August. Mm, 16. Second guessing myself there for a second. Alright, there were 2 things in here. I know there was two. I can't see the one now. Excuse me, purposes.
This chicken was painted black. It seems to have some paper in its entrails. The message written on this paper is illegible.
Okay. Weird. There was two things then.
All of these products are stamped with the royal...
Say it happened. Okay, so I guess technically that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where are the other two? I have absolutely no inkling where the other two might be. The only puzzle left to solve is the dungeons, but I feel like I'm missing something for that. I have the coal? Am I supposed to use the coal to redraw things? I don't know. I guess let's go try some things randomly and see what we do.
At last, Holmes. I haven't found anything of interest, but having heard the cries for so long, I am convinced that they are not those of a bird.
Sounds like a rat.
These shields don't mean anything to me. The nooks under the shields are riddled with holes and grooves, which seem to have been created on purpose. The nooks under the shields are riddled with holes. These heraldic shields are almost It appears to be Latin, Watson. The inscription is almost completely worn off. Hanging above is a shield that we can't identify. Watson, the symbols on the heraldic shields and this Latin inscription may permit us to get through to the other side of the wall. I must try to find something to bring out the contrasts.
Understood, Holmes.
So, coal. Use the coal.
It's hardly more visible, and it will take me hours to translate them as they are so foreign to me.
Wait, I think I've already seen that coat of arms on one of our antique shields in the arms room. I seem to recall that Brigadier Metcalf explained the symbolism of these arms. If you show it to him, I'm sure he could share that information with you. He's either doing his rounds, or you'll find him in the dormitory.
I'll take care of it, Watson. Stay here and see if you can make anything out of the Latin inscription.
You're too kind, Holmes. Go on, then.
Alright. None of the coat of arms on these shields correspond with anything in there, but yeah, I do remember the Triple Crown. So, dormitory. Are you?
Who goes there?
Holmes, Sherlock Holmes. Are you Brigadier Metcalf?
That's me.
It's hard to tell. You're all identical.
What can I do for you, Mr. Holmes?
Tell me...
What can I do for you, Mr. Holmes?
Tell me about the shield with the Triple Crown?
Closed.
Tell me about the... why can't I...
What can I do for you, Mr. Holmes?
The answer is string.
What can I do for you, Mr. Holmes?
I have no idea what the hell... I have no idea what the hell you want from me. Tell me about the shield. Tell me about the shield. 3 crowns. Inverted triangle. 3 points per crown. Gold on blue. But like cornflower blue. You know... Do I have to actually go... do I have to actually go to the weapons room and grab the shield to be like, hey, this? I can't just tell him. Wow.
This shield resembles that of the crypt. It appears quite old.
If this shield is supposed to be at the same age as the crypt, then the crypt is not from Roman times. This...
What can I do for you, Mr. Holmes?
I've been informed that you know the origin of the coat of arms on this heraldic shield.
Indeed. I'm no expert on the subject, but I do dabble in the Middle Ages. In short, I know that it's the coat of arms of the Round Table.
Thank you.
Think nothing of it. Back to my rounds.
It appears that the coat of arms is that of the Round Table. Strange, don't you think? No doubt the coats of arms on either side are those of knights or other heroes from Camelot. My intuition suggests that the Latin inscription is connected. Mr. Smith, would you have a book on King Arthur, Camelot, or the Round Table around here?
No, I'm sorry. And there's no chance that any member of the staff would have one in their own possession.
Watson, you must return to Baker Street and find Barnes, the bookseller.
He is very certain about that. I don't know how he knows, but he knows.
Ever since we brought him back that book from New Orleans. If he isn't there, find him somehow and ask him to open his store. A reference work that can help us will certainly be found there. As for me, I'll stay here to decipher this cryptic inscription.
As you wish, Holmes.
One of the guards can take you in a cart, Dr. Watson.
Very good, Mr. Smith. You take care of that, then return to see me. I will most assuredly need your knowledge of the place.
He referenced the book from New Orleans. That's why I decided to play these games in chronological order, because I wanted to see, you know, how tight their timeline was. And even though when I played through The Awakened, I did not leave the book with Barnes, and Barnes has clearly lost his mind here in these future cases. I didn't know that he would be losing his mind. Right? So my timeline is a little bit different because I made a different choice, but the canon ending is that he did give the book to Barnes, and we can see the results of that. And if we weren't playing in chronological order, I would not, well, it would have been more difficult to connect those dots. So that's extremely cool.
It's most assuredly closed. How will I find Barnes? I thought he lived above his shop. Perhaps if I called out, Barnes? Barnes! Barnes! Barnes!
Hey, are you thick? You'll end up spending the night in a cell if you keep this up. Such a racket at this hour. Hey, I recognise you. You're the detective's dog's body. I guess that with that coin I gave you, you bought yourself a keg of beer.
Listen, young man, I am not a servant, I am a doctor. And the reason I am shouting at the top of my lungs is not because I am under the effects of alcohol, but because it is required by an affair the importance of which a mere pencil pusher such as yourself could not possibly begin to fathom.
I'll beg of you, keep quiet, your lordship. I was merely trying to help your lordship avoid a disagreement with the police force. It is rather curious that a person of such standing as your lordship is howling in the middle of the night in order to hunt down a second-rate bookseller.
Yes, I see. Well, since you seem to know everything, doesn't Barnes the bookseller live up there, on top of his shop?
Would his lordship pardon me, but I'm a journalist, not a good Samaritan. You see, I sell my information, and you haven't named a price yet.
I have a few coins.
This is the most British argument
I've
ever
coppers,
heard.
Doctor. Whatever is inside there isn't worth a yawn. But we could come to an arrangement if you give me your word as a gentleman that you'll help me out some day.
Anything you wish. Well, within reasonable limit, of course.
Ah, it won't be anything difficult. All I want is to get a good scoop. Got it?
I'll do what I can, but discretion is vital.
I will be discretion itself. Listen, your friend Barnes had problems with his landlady recently. She claims he's been doing some strange experiments. He screams during the night. There's all kinds of strange odours. In short, 2 days ago, he had to move to a room at the Golden Lion.
In that hideous dive?
That's the place. He's there every night anyway.
But the Golden Lion must be closed at this hour.
Officially, yes. But you'll see...
We're closed.
Go on, Doc. No doubt you'll find your man inside. Until next time, Doctor. And don't forget your promise.
Beep, beep.
Pardon me, I'm looking for someone. I've been told...
Scram, you drunkard.
And I'm not drunk. I am a doctor and lordship, have you not heard? I thought this was going to be the wasp's nest on the Whitechapel district, but no, it's not.
Hey, you there. Where do you think you're going?
Fucking crazy.
Pardon me, I'm looking for someone. I've been told...
That don't interest me, mister. Here, I serve drinks and you drink 'em, that's all. When you start looking, you end up finding trouble here. So, what'll it be?
Beep beep.
Excuse me, sir.
We cannot have an old Frogwares games without dealing with this guy in some way.
Cover.
You're what?
Me cover, you deaf or owl.
But why a cover?
Because I'm a bobby, on the lowdown. Hush hush and all that.
You don't say.
It's a fact. I know everything about everyone, I do.
I would assume that a professional of the police force such as yourself must know where to find Barnes. You know, the bookseller on Glentworth Street.
Look behind the door at the back, next near the bar.
I'll take my leave then.
Fine, but shh.
Yeah, I believe you.
Sod off before I get Mike to take care of you, if you get me drift.
I'd be better to not insist.
Prefer to insist, thank you.
Battered? You rat!
Okay.
Here, take my handkerchief, miss.
Thank ye, sire. You are a real gentleman, don't you know? And handsome too, what with your glad rags and all, so swanky. I've got a few nice threads myself. Perhaps we could get a little drink and I could show you my room.
No, thank you.
I don't please you? I'm too skinny? That's it, isn't it?
No, not at all. Well, somewhat. But that isn't the problem. I'm
Jeez,
looking for a
Watson.
friend, and I was told that he
Fucking
was behind the
silver-tongued
door
devil
at
over
the
here.
back. But the barkeep won't let me through.
You need someone to vouch for you to get in there.
What's wrong? Is something the matter?
Listen, love. You been swell, but I'm out of brass to buy my fix. So either you help me pay my debt with Luigi, and I get you through that door, or you get out of my way. Got it?
Poor child. She's a ghost. If Holmes could see her, he'd understand the horror of his vice. Let me think. Perhaps I could find something at our lodgings to alleviate the child's suffering and make her open the door.
Are you really going to give drugs to this girl
I'll leave you now, miss.
so that you can continue to pester these people? Are you... Excuse me while I go find Sherlock's stash. This girl's got to get high.
It's a coal bucket in which...
Let's see. That's just the scales, that's not right. I gotta go rifling around in Sherlock's room. Keeps the
He
stash
must have
hidden.
noticed that I was diluting his hidden vials and wanted to prevent me from doing so. It's the one time in my life that I have proven to be stronger than my friend Holmes. Alas, I cannot boast about it to him, for who knows what his reaction might be.
Wow, this is extremely messed up. Hey, I got you some
Come now,
opiates. Oh wait, I have to...
I'll leave you now, miss.
I have to do this.
Coming up, love. Did your fine gent find something hidden under his mattress then?
No, but I have something in this vial that will prevent you from suffering tonight. And here's my card. My name is Dr. Watson. You must promise to visit me at my office next Monday. Together we can find a solution to your problem, dear child. First, however, I must pass through this door.
Say, Eddie, this gent is one of my pals. One of the guys will pledge for him. He's in the mood for a bit of fun. Let him through, will ya?
I'll leave you now, miss.
Come on, Tort, you can do it.
Let's go, Ginger! Go, go!
Go, Tracy!
No.
Barnes!
Dr. Watson, what are you doing here?
I've been looking for you, Barnes. You must open your shop for me.
Out of the question, Doctor. I've bet all of my money and then some on this turtle. And if I leave the table right now, who knows if someone won't try to cheat me? Go, Ginger!
But why are you gambling to begin with? It's not like you at all.
Go, Ginger! I needed a large sum of money for me new experiments. I heard about this place, and I almost lost everything on the dogfight. But the turtles stayed true, and I'll win it back. Go, Ginger, go! Oh, no!
Come on, Barnes, time to pay up.
It's just that, you see, I'm broke, Dr. Watson. Could you loan me some money?
Fine. How much does he owe you?
£81 and sixpence.
How much?
I'll pay you back, Dr. Watson, in a few weeks. Or a few months.
In a few years. I don't have the money presently, but I would be happy to sign a promissory note.
Tough luck. I want cash. Find me some, or your little friend will never see the light of day again.
Please, Doctor. I beg you.
So, Doctor, have you finally found your friend? What's going on? It would seem that I've found some news.
This poor sod is in it for £80. I've given him credit for a week now. I want my dough.
But this gentleman is Dr. Watson. He's well known throughout the area. He should be able to guarantee...
Not bloody likely. Cash or nothing doing.
If I understood properly, Doctor, you must take Barnes from here to save his life as well as solve your own problem.
Exactly. But it seems that may not be advisable.
Say, mister, can I speak to you in private?
Can do. Got it. Doc, it could be that I'd be happy with, I don't know, some jewellery, for example, some nice trinkets, a trophy or a medal.
Dr. Watson will certainly find something appropriate. Not to worry. I'll wait for you here, Doctor, to ensure that nothing happens to your friend Barnes.
I'll do my best. You, Barnes, deserve to be left at the mercy of these rogues. Where will I find something to give to these rogues?
Am I supposed to steal Sherlock's medal? I know that he doesn't care for it, but
Yes,
it seems
the only
really
solution is
screwed up to
search
steal
our
his
lodgings
drugs
for something to pay the thugs from the Golden Lion with.
and his medal.
The Order of the Legion of Honor bestowed upon Holmes. I don't see anything other than that. Good God, if he notices it is missing.
Wow. This is a really messed up mission. Watson is kind of behaving terribly.
So, Doc, did you find the miracle drug that'll stop your patient from dying?
Enough, you rascal. I'll return tomorrow to buy it back.
Plus interest, you hear?
Thank you, Doctor. 1,000 thanks.
You're a good guy, Doctor. A real saviour.
Now, Barnes, you must open your shop without further delay.
I don't know how to thank you, Doctor. How can I help you? Tell me what you need, and I'll have it for you within the hour.
I need the most in-depth reference work you have on the Knights of the Round Table and King Arthur, with heraldic illustrations if possible.
Certainly. I think I have something somewhere. It's very rare, but I don't recall exactly where it is.
Well, let's look for it together.
And by together, I guess that means he's going to stand there while I look. Okay, there it is.
Here, chivalry and spiritualism. Can we turn the round table? This is it, am I right?
Ah, yes, that's the one. A very rare and thorough book.
I'll take it. You can deduct it from the amount that you still owe me, Barnes. I must be off, and...
Wait, Dr. Watson. I just wanted to say before you left. Wait, where did I put it? There. A moment, please. The book in which you're interested is an extremely rare edition. My records show that its price is 98 quid 9p. It's a beautiful book. Quite rare, that.
It's your good luck that I'm in a hurry, Barnes. Otherwise I'd stuff this book down your throat, all £98 and 9p worth.
Okay. Now do I go back?
There you are at last, Watson. You took your time. Do you have what I asked for?
It wasn't without difficulty, but here is a book that will help us.
A worthless book written by an unreliable author. Obviously a remnant that Barnes couldn't sell and presented you free of charge. You need to be charitable on occasion, Watson. That little bookstore could have used a few of your farthings.
If you say so, Holmes.
Fine. This should do the trick. While you were dallying, I was able to translate this inscription. I've just finished, and this is the transcription.
First morning star was seen by Lamarck Bars. Scrupulously sharpened his glaive. He waited for Percival and his crow's beak, Bedivere and his bardiche, Melomere knave. Kay did his partisan. Kay did his partisan give a mighty swing, but Lancelot's sense of duty was too strong. With sword in hand, he rejoined his king, and all the pains in this order marched along. Okay, so I gotta go back to the weapons room and grab some weapons.
This song mentions specific pole weapons. Watson, stay here to ensure that the creature behind the wall doesn't escape.
Where are you going now, Holmes?
The weapons
To
room.
find the solution to open this door.
These holes. So let's put weapons in them. I gotta spell it out for you? Alright.
You must be Sherlock Holmes, am I right? The chief told me to help you. What can I do?
Can you help me to identify certain weapons that are found here?
No problem. That's easy. Show them to me, and I'll tell you what they are.
Okay. I had to be an avid DVD. I happen to be an avid D&D player, so I actually know the difference between many of these different weapons. So stars,
a morning star, a club.
Yes, and a sword. A bardiche. Don't.
These weapons are heavy. I can only take 2 at a time.
What? That sucks. Oops. This one. So we have a star and a sword. Lamorak was. Lancelot was the sword. Okay. Now we need the glaive, crow's beak, bardiche. I'm gonna carry through with them, so. Glaive.
It's a bardiche, a type of poleaxe without hooks. A large axe, really.
I thought that was a glaive. Is that what this is supposed to be now?
A guisarme, as everyone knows, resembles a faux shard.
I think that one's even in the... It's not even in the thing. Crow's beak.
A true halibut. A magnificent piece.
Okay, apparently I don't know as much about these as I thought.
It's a Lucerne hammer.
See, that one I do know. That's a man catcher. So this is
This
the...
hook is a bec de Corbin, or crow's beak as it's sometimes called. It was complemented by a hammer or spike.
Okay, that's 2. Oh wait, what did he say that this was? He said this was the bunch. So, Bedivere. Crow's beak. Crucible. Still Boars. Oops. Glaive and Cumbersome. I thought that the Bardiche would be the glaive, because as far as I can recall from what I know from playing D&D, a glaive is largely just a long blade on a pole. So I guess this must be what this looks like a spear. This looks like a small pike or even a javelin or something, but this must be the glaive.
A partisan, a hasta.
Okay. Well, then this?
These days, we call this a spear. During the Middle Ages, it was called a glaive.
I don't know if either of those things are true. Alright, who had which? I've also selected the 2 weapons that look almost exactly alike. Boars. Ah! This one.
Elementary.
Well done, Holmes.
It's a bat.
Look, it's a bat, Holmes.
Indeed, Watson, it is scared of our light, as many members of its species are. It will be very hard to attract it, and even harder to capture it. If only we could disorient it. Perhaps by pointing a beam to flash a bright light at it. Listen, stay here and prevent it from escaping while I go look.
Okay. What am I supposed to do with these notes? A flash of light. There was a camera in the dorms.
This instrument will give me a strong, bright light. Watch out! Protect your eyes.
Protect your neck.
You got it, Holmes. And as a bonus, you got a nice photograph also.
Okay, I'll take it.
What do you suggest I do with a photograph of a bat, Watson?
Give it to Sergeant Wayne. It's his camera.
The animal is holding a small piece of paper between its paws. The message written on this paper is illegible. We are supposed to find 6 birds, and there is one missing. 2 possibilities. Either one of the birds has flown and taken our hopes with it, or, despite our misfortune, there is still a chance that the last bird is completely diurnal and is perched somewhere awaiting the day.
What shall we do, Holmes?
Stay up, Watson, and wait. Wait for the dawn and the first signs of life from the bird. Watson! Watson! I hear a bird's call. It would appear that our prayers were answered. We must seek it quickly, Watson.
A hawk?
Incredible. Based on this bird book, it is a lemurgier. I have heard about them, but I have never seen one with my own eyes.
Since you never leave our lodgings, I'm surprised that you've even heard talk of them. Now what?
Lemurgier, Watson. If only it was Greek and had a great big turtle.
What?
A turtle, Watson. Have you never heard of Aeschylus the philosopher?
I must still be sleeping. This is all a dream. Maybe the whole thing has been a dream. It must be the side effects of the nightmare I was having. Any moment, Mrs. Hudson will...
Watson, get a hold of yourself, man. You aren't dreaming. Our mission, England's honour.
Holmes, did I really hear you talk about a Greek, bearded vulture, a turtle, and a philosopher all in the same sentence?
Bird drops the turtle on his head and kills him. It's a very famous story.
Was an ancient Greek philosopher. He had a phobia of enclosed spaces and would never enter a building of any kind. This was as a result of the fact that it was predicted that he would die by being crushed by a roof. Do you know how Aeschylus died, Watson? His skull was smashed by a turtle that fell from the skies. We cannot escape our destiny. A turtle carries its house on its back, and its shell is its roof. But where did this turtle come from, and why did it fall exactly on the head of this poor man? Some would say that it was the divine power attached to the prophecy. There is, however, a more pragmatic explanation. The lemurgier, or bearded vulture, likes to eat the bone marrow from the cadavers of large animals. To extract the marrow, it grabs the bone in its claws and flies to a great height. Then it lets go over a rocky area where the bones smash and split open, giving it a lavish feast. Some of them have been observed in Greece behaving the same way with turtles as they normally do with bones, to get at the flesh. Aeschylus was of an advanced age at the time of his death, and his bald head would have reflected light like a smooth rock. Had he been under the shelter of a house, he would never have been hit with a turtle in the first place. I'll let you ponder the philosophical points of the matter, but coming back to our lemurgier, we'll need some bait and something with which to capture the beast.
Holmes, I will take care of finding a turtle. I'll return as soon as possible.
Really, Watson? I commend your industry and valour. That leaves me to find something to trap it.
However, Holmes, would you happen to have a few quid on you?
No, but you can make a detour via Baker Street. There must be at least 10 sovereigns hidden in our lodgings. Just a little memory exercise that I set up. At the boredom, you know.
We're going to sacrifice Ginger for her failure in the race. What?
Strange place to stow money. Strange place to stow money. A sovereign. Perfect. Strange place to stow money. A sovereign. Perfect. Strange place to stow money. The Reichenbach Falls. What an awful memory.
Sherlock did not hide any of the sovereigns in my room because he apparently respects my personal space more than I respect his. Excuse me while I go into his room and steal mine.
Ha! A sovereign. Elementary, my dear Holmes.
Is that all of them?
Ha ha! A sovereign. Elementary, my dear Holmes. Strange place to stow money. Ha ha! A sovereign. Elementary, my dear Holmes.
Is that all of them? lost count of how many that is, and I can't. Yeah. Okay. Do I have to? Sure, do this.
How much for one of these turtles?
The champion isn't within your means, chap. The loser will set you back 10 sovereigns.
How much for one of these turtles?
The champion isn't within your means.
All right, Ginger. What you get for losing?
While you wait, Watson, I need something big with which to catch the lammergeier. It's a rather large bird.
Okay. I have this. What else do I need? Oh, wait. Large bird. Large net. Mentioned before.
This string is perfect. I'll get to work while I await Watson.
Oh, I happen to have the string out. I need to repair this. Okay. Then the end of this. What am I supposed to... What am I supposed to do? What? Oh. Oh, it's that game where you're supposed to, like, finish the thing without crossing over the same point twice? Is that right? Or can I go back? Okay, I can go back. Yeah, but I can't do that. Okay, alright, we got it, I think. So I can go up here, over here, over here, over here. I can go... My last knot has to be over there, so I can go... Oh, I can only do one at a time. So then I need to... Okay, then that's not going to work if I can only do one at a time, because I would have to go up here. Can I do this? Okay, I can. Alright. Then that means we can do this. Would not be too difficult. Oh, except I'm gonna get stuck there, aren't I? I guess I will. Yeah, I'm gonna get stuck there. Okay, so then we kind of have to do it like this around the perimeter first. Then we can go... Except I'm gonna get stuck again. Okay, we can do this. It's not that difficult. Alright, this area is where I keep getting stuck, so I have to change my strategy for that area. Clearly that is not going to work for me. It's not going to work for me again. I did the same fucking thing. Alright, I think I might be too stupid for this. How am I supposed to do... Alright, I think I need to stop starting over here on this side. I need to stop making the same mistakes. I have to choose a different side. Yeah, there we go. My brain's working a little slow, but we got it. Wow, that took
Here's
me...
your turtle, Holmes.
Watson, you impress me. This specimen will be ideal. I need to find somewhere to put it down, Watson.
That took me way longer than it should have. Way longer. I have no defense.
I need something. I need something.
Okay, something, nothing. It must be the turtle.
Stand back, Watson, as we wait for our bearded friend to descend.
I hope you'll be able to catch it on the first try, Holmes. Ginger would never forgive me.
Ginger?
Yes, the turtle.
Of course, of course. There's our starving friend, Watson, and the last paper.
At last. I thought we'd never succeed. Now can we head back to our lodgings and sleep for part of the day? We have until this evening.
We are heading back to Baker Street, Watson, but not to sleep. We have time for a meal, and then we must make haste to the next location that we will ascertain with the help of these messages.
But I'm done for, Holmes.
As Aeschylus said, I think the slain care little if they sleep or rise again. Come, Watson, make haste.
I can no longer take it. Regardless where these papers that were found on those damn birds at the Tower of London lead, you'll be going without me, Holmes. Plus, this business cannot remain secret much longer, and Scotland Yard would like to take over the case again, and I would gladly give it to them.
You are correct, Watson. Even if Chief Warder Smith sent 2/3 of his men on holiday to minimize the risk of leaks, the authorities would be aware with very little delay that something was afoot in London, and they would want to take over the case, as you say. But Scotland Yard is once again facing a strong opponent and is up against a resounding failure. There is no question of my stepping down or even thinking of resting, not while England is being menaced by Arséne Lupin.
As you wish, Holmes. If only I had known that one day you would be giving me lessons in patriotism.
Now, try to figure out the meaning of these messages.
But how, Holmes?
They are illegible, Watson, but as Lupin seems to be a magician when the mood strikes him, it may well be a conjuring trick.
Alright, I've been on this video for far too long. This part is now 2 hours long, so that'll be it for this part. We'll come back and we'll decipher the meaning of these illegible messages and continue to hunt our nemesis. Until then, take care, have a nice day, and we'll see you on the next one.